Welcome back, everybody, to this pre-Easter, post-Artemis II moon space Jesus loving extravaganza episode of a 66 that we've currently got going on.
We love Jesus this week? That's awesome.
It's pre-Jesus, pre-Easter, so not by the time this has come out. By the time a lot of people are watching this, he will have risen. So, praise
Is that
Jesus.
this weekend?
Easter's Sunday, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's insane.
Yeah.
I had to double check to make sure.
It didn't sound right to me either, and because Layla's birthday party's on Saturday, and that's a lot to go on, but it's also like, dude, how? I don't know. This year just seems like it's going by a lot faster than some previous years, you know? Already a quarter of the way through, really.
Yeah.
Today's the 30th, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be technically a quarter of the way through by the time this comes out.
Yep.
It'll actually be by tomorrow, the end of tomorrow.
Yeah, so we love Jesus this week. We're celebrating Easter, between this week and next week, and the U.S. NASA is sending some people to the moon for the first time in 50 years. So it's big news, big week all around for everybody. Christians, scientists, we're all getting along this week.
Dude, joke's on NASA. I sent somebody to the moon like 2 weeks ago. So,
How'd their trip go?
I don't know. I just sent them there. I didn't check in on them. I didn't bring them back.
All right, well, later I'm going to go over some details of this Artemis mission, and I just want to understand, which did you choose to follow in terms of mission protocol, and which did you not? Because
I made my own mission protocol.
it seems that way, because usually there's a delay before actually sending them out there, but
Yeah, no, I did this on my own accord.
um,
It was so secret that it might not have even really happened.
well, if it did, you are a very trustworthy man to not even check on them. You must have hired some skilled people.
Yeah, no, I maybe. I didn't do any background checks on them. I just thought I'd let them fulfill their dreams.
Oh, dude, that just reminded me. See, look, I love that. Now, that makes me want to add one question to my astronaut space questions.
If you could send one person to the moon, who would it be?
Okay, now that makes me want to add two questions to it. Look at that. Oh. Well, while I write this down, why don't you give me and everybody else a recap? What have you been up to, dude? What's going on since last Tuesday?
Oh shit. Well, the rest of the week was actually, yeah, nothing good except for the weekend. So whenever we recorded last, people probably weren't able to tell because I couldn't even tell. I was on the brink of getting sick. So we record usually on Mondays. Last week was Monday. This week is Monday again. And I felt fine at work all day. I get home and I record. I notice about halfway through the podcast, my throat's itching a little bit and I'm coughing a little more than usual. I'm reaching down and muting my microphone a little bit more because I'm coughing.
Mm-hmm.
We get done recording, I eat dinner, all that good stuff, and I go to bed. And my throat's hurting at this point. And I told Jocelyn, don't be surprised at all if I wake up completely sick. And well, sure enough, I did. So my last week at work, I was only there for 2 days of it, Monday and Friday, because Tuesday through Thursday, I was dead. Especially Tuesday and Wednesday. Like Tuesday was bad. Then my boss texted all of us, said, hey, we're a little slow tomorrow. We need a couple people to take off if you guys want to. And I texted him back like immediately. I was like, dude, I'm going to need to. I said, I'm in bad shape and I'm getting worse throughout the course of the day. And he was like, all right. And then Wednesday rolls around and I'm knocking on death's door. It's bad. I didn't make it to anywhere but my couch, my bathroom, and then a couple times my kitchen to make some hot tea. And then I didn't even take like a glimpse outside. Like I shut all my curtains. I just laid here like a vampire dead. I didn't know what was going on outside last Wednesday. And then he texts again and said, "Hey, we're slow again tomorrow. We need a couple more people to take off." I said, "I need to take off again because I'm still extremely ill." And then Thursday rolled around and I still felt like shit. And then I got better throughout the course of the day. And Friday, I struggled my way back into work. And I got done with my last day of work at that place, maybe ever, depending on how my current job goes. But from what they told us today, there's a chance that I might not be back at my old job ever. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, and then we had Friday, which if you wanted to get into that on its own, I can wait on you for that one.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
You can tell. Yeah, we went to a wrestling show, but we can get into the
Yeah.
details that because that's a whole story, really.
Yeah, we'll dive into it, and there's actually something I found out about that show that I want to tell you, so we'll dive into that on its own. Um, but yeah, we went to SmackDown Friday. Justin made the trip up here. We thankfully got a ride down there and a ride back, so we could drink. I purchased the stiffest, most expensive drink that I've ever purchased in my life, on top of all the beers I drank before we left. Saturday, Justin went home while I stayed here and nursed a vicious hangover. And Sunday, I just had a big case of the Sunday scaries with uh, with my new venture that I started today, and
Yeah.
I just sat around all Sunday doing nothing. My girlfriend worked all weekend, which I love her to death, but you know how relationships go. Like every once in a while, you spend, I don't want to say like spend too much time together, but it was kind of cool, like getting to sit here and like just play video games in silence, uninterrupted. Like I love having her around. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's just therapeutic to just sit here and do absolutely nothing with absolutely nobody. I like being around people. I like being around her and I like being around you and all that stuff. But like whenever you're in a relationship, you don't get a lot of days like that. Back when I lived by myself, I had every day like that, and eventually it sucked. But when you don't have a whole lot of days like that,
Yep.
and then I sat there and spent Saturday and Sunday, all of it, 'cause she worked 12-hour shifts, Saturday and Sunday just sitting there, minding my own business, doing nothing of importance. It was pretty nice. It felt like the weight of the world was off my shoulders for 2 days.
Yeah,
So
I don't think that's bad to say at all. And it's because it's not that you necessarily didn't want to spend time with her, but as much as we're, meant to be around other people, you also seldomly have to take time for yourself. And even if that, whether that's going out and doing an activity yourself or literally unwinding at home, uh, and that's the better part about being our age and older is that you can appreciate the times that you don't have anything to do and you can just relax a lot more. Uh,
yeah,
so I bet that made it even more. Oh yeah, plus plus starting your training today and everything.
yeah,
It's probably a nice weekend to kind of just unwind and prepare.
yeah, yeah. It was nice. It was good. And then today was a whole bunch of me writing. It was just a whole bunch of me writing my own name and my own home address repeatedly over and over and over and over and over again for roughly 8 hours.
Well, at least you know your name. That's
That
good.
is true. I do know my name. And if I didn't going into today, damn it, I know it now.
There you do now. That's right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. My weekend was literally the same. Work, wrestling, and then basically just unwinding and preparing for this week. We got a big week coming up. Well, it was birthday Saturday, so
Yeah.
got a lot, or birthday party Saturday, so we got a lot of prep and stuff that we got to do for it. Oh, last week, never mind, it wasn't just work. I should want to mention it. It was Layla's birthday, and it went great. And she had some vegan cake and ate the crap out of it. Like, literally took the whole cake and was just eating it bites at a time. So she did awesome and had a great time. My mom came over, so it was good. Um, and now we're here. So rolling right along, ready to praise Jesus and NASA alongside him. Depending
Yeah.
on, depending on how successful they are. For sure,
Oh yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
All right, well, let's talk about this Saturday, and then we can get into randomness and catching up on randomness, and then more randomness, because that sounds about right. Uh, all right, give me your first time being at PPG. What's your opinion on the arena itself?
Oh, the arena's nice. I can't wait to give the one negative opinion I have. You already know what it is. The arena's nice. It was sick. I liked it.
Yeah.
Um, Jocelyn said it beforehand. There's not a bad seat in the house. There's really not.
Mm-mm.
Like, I remember our tickets because I was a cheapskate and got the cheapest tickets that I could have. I remember they said limited view, and we got up there. I was like, "What? What's limited about the view? I can see everything.
Yep. Yeah,
Like,
we
there's
got.
just no problem with it at all. I can see everything. Yeah,
Yeah, it was really nice. I really liked that. Yeah, I love the arena, dude. I just that's a it's a dope location, dope building to have in Pittsburgh. I want to go to a hockey game though to fully experience you know, what it's there for. Because concerts are awesome, wrestling's awesome, but having an actual full open arena and like,
yeah.
yeah, that sounds better.
I will damn sure make it to one next year. This year I'm going to be cutting it a little close because season's almost over. Um, but yeah, next year I will have the funds and hopefully the availability, but definitely the funds to do so.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I just figure that'll be probably the ultimate Pittsburgh sporting event, realistically.
Yeah.
I just think that it's gonna be awesome. Uh, okay, how was the match? Let's talk about the match. I thought the match was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I got to see more people than I thought I would that I grew up watching and that I knew,
Yeah.
which was cool, including Randy Orton. Um,
Yeah, we got to see Randy Orton. We got to see Matt Cardona, which I don't know if you know him by that name, but that's Zack Ryder. I don't know if you remember who that is.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I at least recognize the name. I don't know
Yeah.
recognize his face right now, but that's cool. Saw the Bella Twins.
Yeah.
Saw Ric Flair's daughter. She's
Yeah, the
dope.
Bellatons are still hot at 500 years old. They're not
Yeah,
really that old, but I mean, they were around when we were young.
yeah,
Like, they
and
weren't around when we were little kids, but they were around whenever, like, before we were driving cars. You know what I
yes.
mean? We're fucking upper 30s or upper 20s now.
Yeah, we've been driving cars for
12
over
years.
12 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
by ourselves for over 12 years. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, that's plus it was just cool to see the event itself, see how it actually like operated in terms of comparative to at home watching it and stuff.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway is they should really find some outside sponsors because way too many just WWE ads. Like,
Oh, for us in the arena, yeah. I
yes.
feel like on TV there was probably all kinds of shit.
Yeah, there
But
definitely was.
whenever we were there, it was just like every time they went to a commercial break in the arena, they were like, "Hey, you guys know WrestleMania's in a few weeks."
Here's three different advertisements about it.
Yeah, check out this vodka with Cody Rhodes on it. They had a Mad Dog. They had a Mad Dog ad in the middle of the ring. That shit made me sick. That's probably where I got my hangover from. It didn't even have Mad Dog.
You
I
looked
just
at it too
I
hard,
saw the
yeah.
logo too much, and I was like, oh.
Mm, good times with a bad drink. But that leads into the worst thing. Um, Me and Wyatt left to get a drink. What time was it?
10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock. Um,
Show goes to 11, mind you. Like the television show itself goes until 11 p.m.
so the match goes longer, probably 11:30, realistically.
Yeah, there probably was a match after TV ended too, I would say.
Yeah. So me and Wyatt left at 10 once we waited for some good matches to happen. We thought it would be a good time to get a break. Got up for the first time from 7:30 till 10 at 10 and we go walking around looking for merch and the merch is shut down and what they do have
Well,
is crap.
the merch wasn't shut down. It was just most of it was sold out. Like the merch stands were still open, but that was the only thing open.
Okay, I didn't see the one on
Yeah.
our on third floor. Okay, so they were still open.
I think the one on the third floor was shut down, but as we went down, like we saw more of them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we just turned around and was like, screw it, let's get a drink and watch the show. Wyatt goes to get him a nice mixed drink, and I'm like, I'll just take a water for now. It'll be fine. We're both waiting in line, and while we're waiting in line, both places shut down and don't serve us.
Yeah. At 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Hour left in the show. Now, like I told Justin this a billion times, with alcohol, I understand that. I wasn't too upset. You couldn't buy anything. You couldn't buy food. Like, you couldn't even buy, like, the easy food, like the shit that they made a bajillion of, like popcorn. You
Popcorn.
couldn't buy that. You couldn't buy a water. You couldn't buy anything.
Nope, fountain drinks, nothing. So, very bad of PPG because you can't expect, especially when there's a lot of kids there, you cannot expect there to not be options for drinks until closing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's nuts.
if you're that cheap, don't have events go past the time of your workers being there.
Yeah.
But, but it's not that hard. I don't know. Yeah, very frustrating with that. That's the first time I've ever seen it happen with food and drinks. Um, I don't know. Inexcusable, really. It's the only part of the night that was actually disappointing, aside
Yeah.
from the women's match, because they were bad actors.
The tag team match sucked.
Yeah.
The whole promo battle was atrocious too. Those all four
Yeah.
of those ladies were talking over top of each other. You couldn't hear anything. The crowd the crowd was booing viciously. They were all so upset.
I would have loved to have heard that from the TV to see how loud.
Oh, they probably muted it
Like,
or killed it down a little bit.
yeah.
They at those shows they do kill certain sounds that they don't want on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Because I remember I went to SummerSlam in Cleveland a few years ago, and on an entire probably quarter of the arena, they had a big spotlight shining directly in the eyes of all the fans. And you can hear this chant echo throughout the arena. We can't see shit. And I texted somebody who I knew was watching. It might have been you. I don't remember. But I texted somebody that I knew was watching. And I said, can you hear that on the TV? Can you hear what the crowd is saying? They're like, no. I'm like, yeah, there's a whole like quarter of the arena that can't see right now because they're getting the spotlight blinding them.
That's funny though. Makes
Yeah.
sense. You got to have those safety things. Well, it was crazy because it was the loudest boos I've ever heard in real life at an event.
It was so bad.
Yeah, like legit drowning out the women. But they had nothing important to say, so it's okay.
Oh, it was atrocious.
It was bad.
And you could tell that the one of them was getting rattled. Like
Oh
you could
yeah.
100% because she was like stumbling on her words and she was like fucking shit up. Like yeah, you could tell that she was rattled because she
Was
probably couldn't hear herself.
She had it scripted in her head what she was gonna say, but once they started messing with her, she lost track of where she was at and what way to go. I
They
don't think
moved
she
so
was.
loud too.
Yeah, I just don't. That just shows there must be still a real divide between SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, because I watch Raw pretty consistently. I always tune out now, dude. It's too hard to watch.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's the one thing that is the same though. We didn't see the first televised match until 8:30.
Yeah.
TV show started at 8. We didn't see the
Mhm.
first televised match till 8:30 because they were just out there screwing around for 30 minutes.
Literally wasting so much time. That's the funniest thing that I took away from it was the from the time that you introduce people and they introduce them on TV, it's like instant. But there's such a long time for some of these matches that like they're just sitting in the ring waiting, and it's like
Yeah,
super awkward. They don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do.
there were like 3 times that I forgot that there was a match about to happen because they brought one person out. They went to ad break, and then by the time the ad break was over, I was like, oh shit, I forgot that he was already there.
Yeah.
But fun fact about our SmackDown that we went to. I'm gonna see if I saved this post. I don't know if I did. I'm about to look and find out though. It doesn't look like I did. That SmackDown that we went to. Let me see if I liked it. Maybe I liked it and saved it that way. Uh, No, I'm also not seeing it on here. But there's a website that rates wrestling shows, like every wrestling show that ever happens. They rate them, give them like a star rating.
Yeah.
Um, I forget what the number was, but I saw on Twitter that Friday Night SmackDown, the one that we went to, was quite literally the worst one ever.
I believe that.
Yeah. Like it was fun, don't get me wrong. It was fun to be there, but I can assure you
Experience.
if I was
Yes.
watching it on TV, I would have started watching something else. I
Yes.
probably would have started watching like literally almost anything else. And I'm even a fan, but like that's what happens with me for Raw now too. Like I'll be watching Raw for the first 30 to 45 minutes and I'm like, "Okay, I'm done here."
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a really cool experience, but the show itself was just not they
Yeah.
did not do good with it. But that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. Still fun. First one of those. I need to make sure that I
Yeah, it was fun. PPG was awesome. It's bullshit that they stopped selling everything at 10 o'clock. It's probably good for me that they stopped selling everything at 10 o'clock because I was hungover enough. Um, I didn't even feel like I got that drunk, though. I think I was just so damn dehydrated, which would have been solved if I could have bought a water.
Yep. That's what it was for me. That's what made me feel so rough. And I didn't feel rough at all. I just didn't feel 100%, and it was because I was lacking water in my system.
Oh, I felt rough. Like, once we got to, on the drive home, once we got off 28 and got, like, across the Tarentum Bridge, everything from there was, like, downhill fast. Like, I was fine most of the drive. And we got off at 28 and then went across the bridge, and I was like, oh shit. Oh no.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
getting all woozy and shit. Like, I thought I was going to throw up. I thought I was going to get sick. And I thought I was going to pass out. Like, I remember when I stood up, I was like, oh shit, everything's spinning. And
Yeah.
it wasn't even like the drunk spins either. It was like, oh, like, I'm about to die. Like, I'm about to. It felt like that time I went and donated blood and I got really sick on the way home is exactly what it felt like.
Yeah.
Because I was just dehydrated.
Oh, well, then at least you knew,
Yeah.
at least it felt relatable to, as bad as it was, it felt relatable. And
That's
it's,
why, like, when we got back and I went and drank a shitload of water and showered, I felt completely fine.
yep. Yeah,
And
dude,
then
I
I
drank a
woke
whole
up the next
bottle.
morning and had a killer headache, but
Mm. Yeah, I drank that whole bottle of water and I felt a lot better. That's
yeah.
literally all I needed. I just, but we also were sitting down for so long too that like, because we were just enjoying the show. So, you know,
Yeah. Trying to.
trying to, yes.
That guy, there was one person next to us. There was, we got seats 2 and 3 in our row. There was one guy there by himself next to us. I gotta say, hats off to that guy for swallowing his pride and going to that thing by himself. But like, I don't think that's nearly as fun if you go by yourself.
Especially that one. That couldn't have been.
Oh hell no.
No, you gotta like, well, I don't know. You gotta enjoy this stuff, I guess. So if you enjoy it that much, but
Yeah,
no, I don't know. No, not by yourself, because that's a lot of money overall.
yeah. That's one
Like,
of those things that like you got to share the moment with somebody and have a couple drinks and
yeah,
like that's where all the fun with all of my wrestling shows have been. I think if I had gone to any like out of all the ones that I've been to in the past 3 years, if I had gone to it by myself, like I'm not saying all of them would have sucked, but Friday would have. If I had been there by myself, it would have sucked. Um, and then like, and even the ones that wouldn't have sucked had I gone by myself would have like the experience would have been cut in half, like probably more than that, more than in half actually. It just would have.
yeah, wouldn't have
I
been
don't.
what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you said it right there, and that I mean, you touched base on it. That's what I live for. It's the experience. It's not like I'm not going. You're not just going for the event. You're going for the experience and the memories that it'll
Yeah.
hold beyond just what's kind of guaranteed, which is in this instance wrestling matches.
I don't think I'd go to very many live events at all by myself. If I were to go do anything by myself, I would watch like a baseball game at a bar or a football game at a bar. But like I don't think I would ever go in person to watch any live sporting event just me.
Yeah. I would don't. I probably wouldn't a sporting event because I don't think I'd ever have to, but I'd go to concerts by myself.
Yeah.
Concerts are something that even though I'm not like really in tune with music, I can enjoy the crap out of it, and I've learned that it doesn't matter. Like live art is so much better and such a good experience. So I think I could go to some concerts by myself. Plus, people are usually nice at concerts.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was definitely a good time. I'd like to go to another one sometime whenever they have one. For that one to be like WrestleMania's in a few weeks, and if they're really trying to sell that show, they're not doing a good job. Like
No, no,
neither
no.
neither show is. Raw's not, SmackDown's not. Like this is the time of the year where you got to ramp up your shit because your biggest show of the year is coming up, and right now, like I don't see how you're making people want to watch it.
That's their problem. There.
I don't. I love WrestleMania every year. I don't give a shit to watch it this year. Just
What I'm seeing so far, just from my outside perspective, they're trying to rely on marketing tactics instead of building up actual good shows before. They're trying to rely on dope videos and cool intros and like
they want
this.
social media clicks more than they want a good show.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is exactly what it is
Yeah,
because the
100%.
money translates the same. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a very good analyzation of that.
Yeah, they want people talking about the show, and they don't really care about how good or bad it is.
Yep, and we saw that they didn't
Yeah.
care. That was a pretty packed house, and they did not give a fuck.
No, not even a little bit. I don't even know what the WrestleMania card is because it's so weak. Like the build to it has been so bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I
only
don't.
you only know who the world title matches are because they've advertised those to us ad nauseum at the show.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the Masters. It's weird. I think I'm gonna watch some golf this year.
Really?
Master, yeah, Masters start here soon. I gotta get out and play. I need to go out and play. I haven't played yet this year.
Oh yeah, dude. Whenever I get some time, I know I'm gonna play. The good news about my new job is that there's no guarantee. I don't know. I obviously still don't know what my schedule's going to look like until I get called in, but they said that there's so many like big jobs starting up that we like some of us could end up being on the same job for our entire apprenticeship. Our apprenticeship's 4 years.
Yeah,
So the good news is that once I know my schedule, I know it. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's awesome. That'll make planning everything a lot easier too.
Yeah. And even just like even if I'm not on one for that entire time, like when I get there, they're gonna tell me like, "Hey, you're gonna be going to this place at this time." I just hope I'm not working night shifts, but
Yeah,
especially if it's a big long ass job and I gotta do like a year or two of night shifts, I'll lose my marbles
it's fu-
until I get paid.
my dad ended up really loving. He loves night shift. It sucks because
Tony said they're nice.
you miss everything that like happens during the day and that's open during the day, but everything else is like nothing but positives apparently.
Yeah, Tony said they're nice because you get more money. Not at every job, but like the union has a differential. So if you
Yeah.
get like if you work nights, you get more money. Um, and he also said there's just less people on a night shift. There's none of the higher ups are there, so you don't have people breathing down your neck. You're not being micromanaged and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said it is pretty. It has its perks. Like it definitely sucks, being nocturnal, but it has its upside too. So
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good to focus on those two, see those beforehand. Oh, let me mark this off. So to transition, I don't know how this will work in terms of transitioning, but I'm sending this to you because I have on my list for episode 66 Peter Griffin rap, and I partially remember it, but I don't fully remember it, so I'm sending that. And I don't know. It may be played and it may not. They may not hear any of this and just see our reactions depending on how it goes. Oh, okay, I remember it. Uh,
That's actually pretty solid. I have no complaints about that. That was sick. Like, not only was it funny, it actually kind of sounded good.
it did.
Yeah.
I recorded that because I was like, this is an example of AI being used for something that somebody wouldn't have came up with, wouldn't have taken the time to do, and it's good. Like that,
Yeah.
there was too many references in there that were spot on to where like you could not compliment it as well.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah,
Well,
that
that's
kicked
good.
ass.
Cool. I'm just marking that off now. I just wanted to send that to you. There, that's the end of that.
That was good though. I'm glad you sent that to me.
uh, what else do we have? Oh, I need to make the post about today. Oh, did I? I did make the post about today, about last week. What am I talking about? An idiot. Uh, oh, real quick, let's talk about. Oh, what do you have? You're laughing. What are you laughing
Oh
about?
yeah, no, I was just gonna say something about I saw that we had some new followers from specifically from our graduating class the other day.
Yeah, it's really funny. I
Yeah.
when I reshared the post from episode 64 or whatever, I got a message the other day from Haley and actually from my older cousin, and they both were just like, "Checking out the podcast," and I was like, "That's
It's
embarrassing, but
a it's
appreciate
a
the
really good
support."
podcast. This is retarded as fuck.
I told him I was like, "I appreciate you trying it out, but good luck." Uh,
Yeah, right.
but it was cool. I was like, man, I appreciate we appreciate any support. So
I have a question for you that I've heard on I forget where I heard it, but I heard it about something else completely different from what we do. Um and it was a question that somebody got asked on their podcast. I can't remember for the life of me what it is, but that's not important. But if you were to pick a starting point for us, like not for us, but if you were to tell somebody that wants to start watching this, and they were to ask where should we start at, what would you tell them? Like realistically, like obviously we're gonna do our thing where we're always like start at one and watch fucking all of them. You know what I mean? But like if you were to give them a real, honest, true answer, that if you were to want to throw them into one that is going to pique their interest and keep them going, you don't have to give me a number because I know it's hard to remember these numbers we've done. This is the 66th one, but like if you could just like a topic or something that we got a good clip from, like just a good episode that you can remember, which one do you think you would tell them?
if I had to pick an episode, so right off the top of my head, I don't know why, but I'm just feeling like around September, October of last year, we hit a stride. So
Yeah.
like around that time frame's coming up. So I'm gonna say around maybe episode 36 to 42, and I'd say probably between the Halloween episode and the Thanksgiving episode is when to start.
That's a good starting period. I would tell them specifically because it's just so fresh in my mind. I think I would tell them maybe you don't even have to watch them linear, but like I think I would tell them the St. Patrick's Day episode from this year. I'd say
Yeah.
start there, then you can backtrack to the one that you said. I said if you want, but if you want one that's really gonna knock your socks off and make you laugh for a good while, you should probably do the St. Patrick's Day one first.
Well, that's a good one anyways too. I really like that one because that shows the real progression of this podcast so far in the sense of mixing it with being themed around whatever it is, whatever's relevant to that week. Dumb, funny topics where we're just trying to laugh and trying to just pick each other's brain, all the
Yeah.
way to the real in-depth conversations that we've been having the past few months. That one I'm pretty sure also had one in it, and you mix that with the the guessing game that you ended up doing with me for the St. Patrick's Day facts. I think that all around, I think that it really like highlights the best of a lot of us, and then also the dumbness in the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah, since you said something about the Thanksgiving Day fact or Thanksgiving Day, St. Patrick's Day facts, I'm going to look up Easter ones because this is Easter,
Oh,
sort of.
that's fine. That's fine. Yes, you read off Easter stuff. I'm gonna read off stuff about NASA because we're celebrating. Guys, we're really excited, as you can tell from the thumbnail and whatever else, however else you may have saw this. I have been crazy about this Artemis mission since December, but talking about it on here since into January, and it's finally happening or happened, currently happening, and it's crazy. We're sending people to the moon. They're gonna die. There's not a 0% chance of that, which is
See, that
enough.
may or may not be what happened to the ones that I sent to the moon, too. Nobody knows.
You don't know. He
Yeah.
can't report back and tell us. So right now he's
hmm
in the clear.
I don't even know if they made it. I
It's not your business to know.
I didn't even watch them go. I was like, "Hey, you're going to the moon." And they were like, "All right." And that was all the further the interaction went. They didn't have to sign a waiver or nothing. They said, "Hey, you're going to the moon." They said, "Word." Okay.
Are they still waiting at the bus stop?
I think some of the people that I spoke to probably live at the bus stop.
This isn't a moon mission. This is a repopulation mission. We're trying to get rid of the bus stop people. I
That is what
see.
it is. I'm trying to
I
clean up the streets of Pittsburgh. God damn
Look
it, we're
at
sending them
you,
to the moon.
the next mayor of Pittsburgh. Everybody, get ready. Write in on your ballot box. Wyatt Helmick, 2026. Today is an election year, by the way. So or
We
this year
just
is an
take all
election.
the crackheads and move them somewhere else.
Where? To the moon. That's so funny. I can see Patrick right now literally saying, like, that's where you got that from, right? Was Patrick?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
watched that
okay.
episode last night.
Okay. I have all those literally burned in my memory. I have that entire thing, like his arm motion of here to there. And
regularly send Jocelyn that gif of SpongeBob jellyfishing, where he's holding the net above his head, going. I send her that all the time. And we watched that episode yesterday, and I was sitting there on the couch, and I did the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio thing and that meme. He said, hey, look, there it is.
that meme can go for a lot of things. That meme's good. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, Wyatt, we're gonna do a factual test back and forth here. Wyatt's gonna give me Easter questions. I'm gonna give Wyatt some space questions, some moon questions, and
Yes.
we'll just see. We'll see how stupid we both are, and by the end of this, we'll be not that stupid.
All right. You want me to go first, or you going first?
You can go first if you want. You thought of this.
So which I almost fucking spoiled it right out of the gate. I almost read the facts. So this isn't a Q&A. These are facts that I'm going to turn into questions. Which state do you think holds the largest Easter egg hunt in the United States?
Utah. I'm just gonna say something weird. Utah.
No.
Ooh.
No.
In the United States.
Yeah, it's a lot closer to you than you might think.
Really? Pennsylvania.
Florida.
Nuh-uh. I'm telling you, it's just like in high school. You see whatever your third guess is, just go with that because it's gonna be right.
It is. Let's see. Okay, this is a misleading question. They held the largest Easter egg hunt. I guess it's not a thing that they always do. So I fucked up that question myself. But on April 1st, 2007, they held an Easter egg hunt at Cypress Gardens Adventure Park in Water Haven, Florida. 9,753 children and adults, don't know how they got that number, don't know how they kept track of everybody that did that, searched for a whopping 501,000 eggs.
That's 50 eggs per person. That's not bad.
500,000 eggs. How do you even hide 500,000 eggs? Surely they're not all hidden, but
I'm sure it's like the Easter egg hunts that, there was just one up at the Clarksburg, one of the municipal things, and they just threw eggs out. It was literally galore. Like, you couldn't walk without
do you
stepping on
think
them.
there's any that somebody still haven't found? Almost 20 years later? It's 500,000 eggs.
Probably not 20 years later, unless the only way that I say that it's possible is if you add in a technicality of like landscaping changed and so they got brushed over or moved or just never, you know what I mean? Because I don't. Well, first, one. Here's the thing: if they had hid 500,000 in one of those was a really good prize egg.
Yeah,
like,
right.
They hit 500,000 with one jelly bean and one with like $1,000.
Dude, they might have even done, because why do 501,000 instead of just 500,000? They might have had 1,000 that had some really good shit in them.
That makes more sense. No, yep, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, I got the numbers confused. I thought you said it was 500. Yeah, you did say. I just misunderstood. Yes, you're right. I bet that is how it went. Because it makes sense. That's cool. You got a 5,001 chance of getting a prized egg. That's pretty good. That's like 1 to 2 per kid.
With it being in Florida, do you think anybody put some crack in one of them?
20 years ago, no. Today, 100%.
Yeah,
probably
today,
some
that's
alligators.
I would put all of them.
I would have put salamanders in mine. They just open it up and a salamander crawls out. I don't know why. Okay, Wyatt, I got one for you. Now again, these are sentences and or facts, but I will restructure them for questions. Allegedly, and originally reported by Apollo 11 mission, moon dust smells like which of the following? Burnt brownies, burnt gunpowder, or burnt rubber?
I'm going to say rubber.
All right. That is wrong.
Fuck!
I'll tell you what. Your backup answer has gained you an extra point. I like that.
Nice.
Okay. So, moon dust smells like burnt gunpowder, apparently.
Damn.
I did put in allegedly because although I am excited for the mission, I do not fully believe that we reached the moon in the 60s. And also, 67, 68. I think it was 68. Also, I don't trust these fucking idiots for the sole fact of they had on mission suits the whole time. And it's not like it's saying NASA scientists are reporting that this is what moon dust is. They're saying Apollo 11. So, I don't believe.
Oh.
Unless Neil Armstrong, after taking his few steps, making his call to the president, another reason, a call to landline from the moon, that is 260,000 miles away, by the way. 260,000 miles away, he made a call to a landline in 1968. Bullshit. Okay, sorry.
I must have Verizon. I don't know.
You know what? What it was Starlink. He connecting to the stars, reaching across it. Duh, I didn't even think of that. Thanks for throwing that in there. See, we just resolved everything. But unless they were just collecting it, bringing it back inside and snorting it on their way home, they don't know what it like. I mean, I'm just gonna say, that would have been cool just to say that you did. Whether it's probably very bad for your health.
It's probably horrible.
You shouldn't snort anything, let alone moon dust. But at least you could say you snorted some moon dust and like legitimately mean that. Like it's not a
Yeah.
term of phrase. So yeah, so it smells like gunpowder, everybody. So don't know what you'll do with that, but there it is.
Um, if you were to take a guess with a range here, um,
The range.
I'll even give you. You're a finance guy, and I wouldn't ask this question to probably anybody else that I know, but I feel like you might actually have a good guess. So in 2024, um, Americans spent roughly how much money on Easter? Do you think it is from 0 to 10 billion? Do you think it is 10 to 20 billion? Do you think it is more than 20 billion?
Wow. Christmas is the most spent holiday outside of Black Friday. Black Friday's recently topped them with online sales, I'm pretty sure. So I wouldn't. And though it is, well, no, all holidays now are freaking oriented about buying shit. That's a good question. 2024, I'm gonna say it was probably like 14 though. So I'm gonna say 10 to 20 billion.
This says 22.4. It says between food, clothing, candy, and gifts.
Guys, this is about Jesus. Like quite literally, this is my problem with that's crazy. First of all, my guess of 14 billion was stupid and shouldn't have been
Mm-hmm.
accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone add on another 8.
So let's see here. Shit.
I don't understand that. And you know the funniest freaking thing about that is what's the number of people who aren't religious that celebrate Easter?
Oh, I bet it's a lot. There's so many people that celebrate Christian holidays and aren't Christian. I mean, yeah, that's pot calling the kettle black. I kind of do too, but I mean, I'm not really. I don't really have a religious affiliation. There are people that have other religious affiliations that celebrate Christian holidays. Like I knew a Jewish person with a Christmas tree in their living room.
This says that 44% of adults who are not religious affiliated to any denomination, uh, an average of 44%, celebrate Easter. I'm included in that because I celebrate it, but both me and Faith grew up until we were 12 to 15 going to church and like, you know, we don't follow religion, but we have a faith. I have two. My
Yeah,
wife
yeah. I was about to
is.
say, yeah, you're married to one.
I'm married to one, but like we believe in specific things for sure. Um, but that's crazy. That's retarded. Like I think we should all become a little bit more Mormon. We can't all celebrate every holiday. I think we got to pick and choose. We need to send out a survey. Everybody gets 6 holidays a year that you celebrate. You can take off work for them.
Pick them
You
from like a holiday pool.
A holiday pool. That's exactly what it is. Nobody's gonna know. You just fill out the ones that you want. You're gonna get a higher percentage to get those, but not guaranteed. And then it makes it fair, and we're all equal. And then the world is fixed. And I'm pretty sure Africa will get some water after that. So like,
Oh,
yeah,
all
I'm
right.
fix I'm fixing it all. All the kids. There is no need for the shoe boxes at Christmas anymore because through that service, free toys will be delivered. I've already made the arrangements with the North Pole. It's looking pretty good.
Nice.
Yep. The South Pole not on board. They're not willing to get with us, but that's okay.
That's actually where I'm sending my next batch of guys to.
I'll tell you what, that'll be good. Let me know what they report and why I haven't gotten a letter back from those little guys back down there. I
Yeah,
know they're down there. Apparently, they're just in the North Pole, but it makes no sense that there'd be small people in the North and not visit the South.
that's true. Oh, I got a good one here. This is
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to guess this. I'll give you this in a multiple choice question too. Um, so in Germany, I guess they also celebrate Easter. Um, their lore is not a bunny delivering these eggs. So I'm going to ask you here, what animal do you think it is?
Where's this?
Germany. Do you think it is a chicken, a fox, a dog, or a cow?
Um, so a chicken makes the most sense because it's like the
Because
Germans
it
are
lays eggs.
they're straightforward and they're like, since when the fuck does a bunny lay an egg? Like, I feel like German scientists when they first heard this lore spent a lot of time and money just watching bunnies have sex and to see waiting for an egg to fall out. So I'm gonna go and say a fox because Germans like to steal things and they steal an egg and then they'll bring it to the other Germans and it's like, here, happy
It is a
Easter.
fox. It is a fox. So I'm gonna read the German word for it. I'm probably gonna butcher it. Um, over in Westphalia, Germany, an Easter fox, and then in parentheses, parentheses it says Osterfox.
An octopus. I love those.
Yeah, Osterfuchs. Once delivered eggs and goodies to children. Oh, see, that's a misleading headline. Though the bunny is more common nowadays, the fox is still a popular symbol in some parts of the region.
Well, that says nowadays though, so that means that
Yeah.
was the original lure. That's very interesting. Very good. I win. That was awesome. I'm glad I don't even care about. I hope I get the rest of them wrong because I got one right. Okay, Wyatt, I got one for you. This is a two-parter. B feeds off of A. That's what a two-parter means, everybody. And it. We'll just see if you. It's pretty. Yeah, we'll just see. So Earth compared to the moon. What is the ratio scale of weight? Are you
Oh,
one
weight
third
or size?
weight? Are you
Okay.
one third, one fourth, or one sixth lighter on the moon than you are here? Or I
A
guess the
third.
weight is
I think it's a quarter.
it's actually a sixth. You weigh
Is it really?
you weigh one sixth on the moon than you do here.
Really?
Part B to that, if you can jump, if your vert is 2 foot right now, how high do you think you could jump on the moon with just a straight vert jump?
Oh shit, my math brain's shorted out. If you can jump 2 feet now, it'd be 12, right? It'd be 6 times more. Yeah.
Exactly. That's awesome. Because what you have to think about is there are some athletes that can jump like 40, 42 inches vert, which means that they're jumping like 20 feet. Those idiots. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask my guys when they get back. I have it on good authority that they're got pretty high verticals anyway. So
Oh, I think I know who you sent. Okay. I've met those guys before. Not met them, but I've met
yeah,
them.
yeah, I sent the kangaroos up there. That's what I'll
Yeah.
just say for now.
Yeah, the kangaroos. I like them. Good guys. Little strange fellas. Talk weird. But, um, yeah, so, okay. Um,
I'm trying to find another good question. Some of these are like unanswerable. Some of these there's no way
yeah.
anybody would guess these. Um, how big, if you were to just take a guess,
This big.
how, how big do
This
you
big.
think the largest
Oh,
chocolate egg ever was, like height wise? Like I'm not gonna grade you on an exact number here. If you give me a range,
I'm
like I
trying to
like I
think.
did with the billions, we'll do it in tens of feet. If you can guess like a range, like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to
First of
40,
all,
40 to
that
50.
already messes me up for the simple fact of I was trying to think of how big of a mold can you make? And I was topping it out at like 30 feet. So
I'll tell you right now, it's big as shit. Like
I
it's
already
yeah.
believe that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say 12 stories. So 120 feet.
No, it's only 34 feet, but
Oh,
it
okay.
weighs
Okay.
it
Thank
weighs
goodness.
sixteen
Oh,
thousand
30
pounds.
would have been good. Darn it. I should have said 30. I thought 30 was it, but then or 30 was going to be my max.
Yeah, it was produced in Italy in 2011. It's 16,000 pounds, 34 feet tall. I wonder if it's still around.
Awesome.
If it
I fucking
melted.
love chocolate. Chocolate spoils after so long because of the dairy within
Yeah,
it.
true.
So they would have had to have destroyed it. But that is really cool. Okay, I got one for you. How long does your footprint or any other body part that you decide to press into the moon last? Is it 100,000 years, over 1 million years, or forever in quotations until the
Like theoretically
planet
forever. Yeah,
until it gets destroyed? Yeah, because
I would say it's forever because they don't get rain, right?
they don't get rain. That's actually part of the explanation. With having no atmosphere and no weather, it basically prolongs it forever, but it actually lasts up to 5 million years. So the answer is over 1 million. But still, to the fact, I'm giving you partial credit again because you're absolutely right. It has to do with there's no weather, there's no atmosphere, nothing to deteriorate it. There's no wind to gust anything around. So, yeah. And realistically, a couple million years is probably as long as certain moons last anyways. So yeah, right on there, right on there. Um, I just have a bunch of science ones because this is about the moon and space. How? So if we're looking at the moon here, Wyatt, and we see the moon, how much bigger is the Earth when we look at it from the moon than
Oh
when we
damn!
look at the moon from here?
Oh, fuck, that's a good question.
I would not have known this. It would have just simply been a guess. I'll give you. Is it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, or 6 times? Well,
6.
it's four. I shouldn't have. I
Damn
don't
it!
know why I did. I was thinking A, B, C, and D, but yeah, I should have done. So it's 4 times bigger. But think about that though, like especially on certain nights. I pointed it out the other night while we were waiting for our ride after the thing. Like you could see the moon really clearly in Pittsburgh on
Yeah.
Friday night. Imagine look at like how crazy is that to be able to see such a large earth and know like I was born there, I came from there, 5 days ago I was there, and now I'm here. Like that's just such a wild thing to me. I don't know. It's something that's it's beyond actual contemplation because you could never actually, I don't think unless you go through it, you could compose it with words. And even then, I honestly feel like it'd almost be like a really emotional acid trip. And it's like, you just have to be there. Like, I can't really, I can't put it into words because it's,
What if you had a really emotional acid trip while you were there? I'm gonna have
that
to
would
ask those
be,
guys. I assume.
that would be terrible. I'm not going to lie. If you had a great one, good for you. I mean, they only send skilled people, but, I feel like the chances of doing that and not being like I'm 230,000 miles away from home, going 30,000, 20,000 miles an hour. That puts me going getting home in about 5 days, and then I still have to re-enter, get saved by U.S. Navy, and I'd go through the checklist of everything that has to happen, and I'd be like, I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would think that anyway. I would be yeah. If they were to ask me like, do you want to go to the moons? Hell no.
Dude, you're already answering some
I,
of the questions I had for you later, so
I'd
I
rather
love this.
yeah, like I'd rather not.
I love this. That's good.
If you could guarantee my safety, then still like maybe not. But I got a question here.
Yeah.
So, Peeps, you know, the little marshmallow bird fellas, you know, those are a real popular Easter thing.
Yeah.
Back in 1953, they were handmade. How long do you think it used to take to make one? Like now, obviously, they're made in a factory. They can just pump them out like nothing. But back in the
To
day, it took a
to
long time to make one peep. Like I think the
to
number will actually shock you.
to make one, do you mean like in terms of from getting the marshmallow to molding it, and is that what they're
It
meaning?
it doesn't specify. It just says to make a singular peep. But so
I
I'm guessing the like the whole process from beginning to end. But I don't know. It doesn't specify.
This is going to be really bad. I'm going to say between 14 and 27 minutes.
No, it says here 27 hours. Yeah.
How is that profitable?
Yeah, I don't know. It probably didn't used to be.
Unless you only hired women, like just moms. Think about especially back when Peeps came out, the American workforce. When did Peeps come out? Did they just get out of World War II, or is Peeps?
I don't know.
When did Peeps come out? 1953. Yeah. Okay. So the women were 10 years almost post-war. So they were working for, a 5-year span, being part of the American economy. Then everybody got laid off because the men came back and they were like, hey, we got a job for you. Turn this marshmallow into a chicken. And they could do it. And then that's how the American women went back to work in the United States. That's what they didn't tell us in U.S. history, but that's how it worked.
Let's see.
I just told you don't have to. I've already got you. They're
Peeps
gonna
are
drop.
originally from Pennsylvania. I don't know if you knew that. Wow, yeah, this is apparently true here. Peeps were originally created in the early 1940s by the Rada Candy Company in Lancaster, PA, but were acquired and mass produced by Just Born in 1953. So that is why they used to not be like a
Big
big
company.
thing,
It's
and
like
then
McDonald's.
yeah, and then somebody was like, "Whoa, this shit's pretty good. Let's buy them." And
So, and that makes a lot of sense too, just because Pennsylvania was like, you guys had so many fucking candy companies. I'm saying you guys, like, you're not a West Virginian, even though technically you're Pennsylvanian, but I don't consider you them. But you guys had like a lot of candy companies and have a lot of candy companies. I
yeah,
never really knew that as a kid, but now I'm realizing it way more and more. That's really cool.
yeah, there's quite a few up here, isn't there?
There's a lot up there, and it's just in the area that I'm in, let alone continuing to go across the state and then up north. Um, that's really cool. That's really cool. Love peeps. Okay. Uh, I don't actually have any more questions. I just have mission facts. So, let me ask you a question. Would you rather deal? Oh, during the day, the temperatures on the moon reach about 250 degrees, and then at night they reach about negative 250 degrees. Would you rather deal with the heat or the cool?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think both of them are gonna kill me. Um,
You have on full spacesuit. It's just which in your civilian mind do you think would be worse, or would you rather deal with in your spacesuit, the heat
oh,
or
I think
the?
I'd rather be cold. I think I'd rather be cold. I'm a large man anyway. I sweat pretty easily. I would be baking in a spacesuit, like even if it was insulated and saving me a little bit of it, because like it's still gonna be hotter than shit in that thing. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be wildly uncomfortable. I'm probably gonna contemplate popping the helmet off and ending it all. Yeah, so I think I'd rather be cold.
I'm pretty sure most spacewalks and stuff once you get outside are like hours long too. They definitely are at the space station. They can be up to like 8 hours long, the International Space Station, but I'd say the moon's a lot less because of all that.
Holy shit! Did you know how they? Because you know how Easter is like a different day and sometimes a different week every year.
hmm
Like how it's always different. Sometimes it even lands in March. Sometimes it's beginning of April. Sometimes it's like mid-April. Do you know how they determine when Easter actually is? Because I didn't know this. I just found this out scrolling.
I thought it was the amount of weeks away from Christmas.
No, Easter is celebrated on the Sunday after the first full moon spot following March 21st, which is the first day of spring. So we get to spring, you get to the first full moon that Sunday
You want to
is
know
Easter.
why that makes 10 times more sense? For the simple fact of that's how you actually keep track of days realistically comparative to made up calendars like we've been going through for whole history. Like you can't fault the phase of the moon and it being the
Yeah.
first, that makes so much sense. Shout out to you guys back
I've
there.
always wondered that. Yeah, that's
Shout out to Jesus. Jesus was really born, resurrected, whichever story you prefer, on a full moon apparently. Partial werewolf, partial god, totally awesome. That is he,
you,
he is
you
him,
think he's
and
also
he
a
has risen.
vampire?
I don't think he's a vampire. I think he's more
Huh.
werewolf type. Vampire is more devilish type.
I think that might be all the Easter shenanigans I have. I'm seeing a lot of repeats now.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can move on. We're talking about space. We're excited for space mission. Guys, in T minus negative 2 days from the time that this originally posted, they were in space, which means T minus 24 hours before this originally posted, they either got mission go or mission go home. Uh, go for a signal from NASA. Um, so that'll be exciting. They're spending 24 hours in space once they get up there to check all their stuff, and then they're either going or they're not.
They need to see if they can find the guys I sent up there.
I think that's what they're waiting 24 hours for. They don't want to
Uh,
run into them at a stoplight.
yeah, see, they didn't. I didn't tell them this, but I was sending them up there without spacesuits. I told them
Really
they'd be
did.
fine. Yeah, I told them they'd be fine. They were like, "Oh, okay." Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
if they
yeah.
believed you, that's on them. Um, but with that, I've got some questions. Wyatt, you're a spaceman. You could if we've got our seamen, we've got our landmen, and you are a spaceman. Uh, you're going to space. What is one thing you would take with you?
Huh. Damn, that's a really good question, dude. Um, I'd have to say like a camera,
That's a really good one.
something to take pictures or something. I can't think of anything else. Because I would want to. Because if I'm going to space, I want to see the space. So I wouldn't really want to take anything to divert my attention away from the space.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather bring something to. Because that's what I was thinking at first was something to pass time. Then I was like, no, I'd want to see what was going on. Not only would I want to see what was going on, I'd want to record like what was going on,
Yeah,
whether it be photos or videos or whatever. Like I want to show some people like, look, I went to space.
that's a
Check
good one.
check 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 out all these dead homeless people that are on the moon that I sent up here.
That's a good one. I'm going to piggyback off yours, and I'm going to say before I went into space, I talked to astronaut Wyatt, and he said, "Man, having that camera was the best decision I ever made." And I told NASA I want cameras installed for my personal use inside of there, so that I didn't have to carry it. So thanks, Wyatt, for your
Nice.
advice. It's very good advice. And so me, I'm taking a photo album. Of a variety of things, but a photo album primarily because with all the stories and everything that I've listened to with astronauts, if they're in space for so long, like once they are, it's too hard to get homesick. And it's like the smallest things help keep you grounded, and especially whenever you're looking at it, but can't actually like fictionalize or like picture when things are gonna when you're gonna see things. So I'm going a little emotional, but I'm thanking you for adding the cameras in because if not, nobody would have believed me.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing I had those cameras thanks to astronaut Wyatt.
If I can take something else, I'm taking a basketball hoop with a basketball. If I
Okay,
can take
well,
two. If I can take two more things, I'd just take the
I'll
basketball hoop.
I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. I've got one to maybe help with that. Oh, where did my question go? Okay, well, I don't know where it went right there, but if you could have, I remember it. If you could take one form of entertainment to space, what would it be for your, duration in space? What would it be? Would it be movies? Would it be television? The whole thing, streaming? Would it be video games? Would it be athletic activities, board games? You know,
I'd have to bring some kind of ball, and it wouldn't even matter which one, whether it be a baseball, a basketball, a football. I just want to
mhm.
see how far I could throw it. I just want to see how far I could send it.
That's good. I never thought about the reason for that. You'd be really upset after you threw your one ball though. You'd be like, "God damn."
Yeah, and never get it back. I'd take a football and throw it straight up in the air.
Dude, I'm picturing like you just smiling and being like, "God, you see that?" And then like 20 seconds later, you just smile like goes away because you're like, "What's
Oh,
what?"
it's never coming back, is it?
Dude, I'm left. That makes me so happy. Oh my goodness. Um, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. What is the first thing you would miss after a week in space?
Oh, like after I'm up there, like
Yes.
what would I miss about here? Um,
Yes.
that's a good question, dude. Let's see. I don't know, probably just most food.
That was my answer.
Isn't food like a like don't they have to bring like freeze dried shit with them? Is that a myth?
Pretty
Is that
sure.
real? Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure they still do. Because it's all about weight. I would,
Right,
uh,
yeah.
so I would assume, yeah. See, food was my thing too, only because a week's not long enough to really miss your people because you're still soaking in the like, whoa, I'm in space, kind of like
Yeah.
life altering experiences. But you can absolutely miss the food on first day. You can be like, oh, this
Yeah.
sucks. Imagine this view with a nice steak. Like that
Yeah.
sounds good. Like a real steak, not a dehydrated steak.
Right. Yeah, you're just up there looking at the space. You're like, God damn, I'd kill for a pizza.
Oh my gosh, a pizza in space, that has to be awesome. Holy cow. We need to get a hold of Jimmy Neutron, have him help us out. Um, well, heck yeah. Okay, so this one is a personal opinion question. Uh, I have told everybody in my life about this mission, about the Artemis II mission. And I've been talking to him about it since, like I said, December, January. Nobody's known about it. Nobody seems to care about it. And in your opinion, why do people seem to not care or understand the importance of what's currently about to happen, of space travel in general now? Like, is it too boring? Does it take too long to happen? Is it
I think
what is
the
it?
I think the big thing that most people it is they know that there's almost a 0% chance that I'll ever get to experience it themselves. Like they'll
Okay.
ever get to do it. You know what I mean? Because like if you go somewhere cool, if you go on a sick ass vacation and you tell people that you're going to do it, and and that people get hyped for you, and if you tell people how it was when you get back, they get really excited for you. But if you're about to go to space, like if you're an astronaut about to go to space, I can't help but feel like everybody else is just like, oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
because like I want to understand, but I never can because I can't do it. You know what I mean? I think that
Absolutely.
I think that might I think that might be what it is, to be honest with you.
Okay. I love that. I didn't have an answer, but that's a question that I've had forever because I don't understand it. Like I've it was such a big deal for so long, but it was like I started associating it to there's too many forms of entertainment. Like back then it was like the news talked about it leading up for forever, leading up,
Yeah,
months before. Like it was talked about in classes and in school and all this. And now there's just so much going on. And I consider even, some people might consider important. I consider it a lot of noise. You get a lot of noise from social media and news stations nowadays. But
yeah.
for something historic like this, like I I don't know. It's crazy, but I think that's a really good answer for the people that do know about it. or I've heard about it and haven't taken, care of it, or, interest in it, I should say.
Yeah.
Um, I think that makes a lot of sense, actually, that they just,
I think
it's
that's
not,
what it is. I mean, and then it's still like I still find it interesting. I think like I don't know if like when I find out about one, I don't know if I'm excited about it necessarily, but it definitely interests me because it's cool.
yeah.
But yeah, there's you can definitely be interested in stuff that you can never do. But I think some people are just like to them it's just like, oh, okay.
See, for me, and I love I love that answer because it's a really good perspective that's really spot on. I wonder if there's a misconception with what's going on because in most circumstances, so like just going to space, getting outside of the Earth's atmosphere, I get being like, I'm not going to get to experience that because I'm not rich enough, don't know the right people, whatever.
Hmm.
But the Artemis mission is going to the moon. Like it's something that is completely different. Like
Yeah.
it's forever and a light year away, basically. Not really, it's a week away, but it's a long time away, and it takes so much to get there that for me it's like. But I think that's what it is. Your answer kind of just shed light to me because it's like maybe there's not enough clarification of like, no, this isn't just another spaceship going to space. This is like a legitimate historic
Yeah.
mission being put on by four extremely brave astronauts. It's the first mission that a woman or a black man will ever go to the moon. And they're going together, piggybacking off of the white guy. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. Uh, but yeah, it's weird to me. But within that, it's funny. I have another question to follow. If people could, what percentage of people do you think would actually go to space? Like, if they were given a real chance, do you think people would be too scared?
No, no, not very many, and I don't even know if it's a lot of people that are scared as much as it is people that don't want to mix up what they do. Shit, I mean, you think just now, and like hell, I was a victim of it for most of my adult life up until like recently. But like, think of people with jobs, dude. Think of people that like have a job that they hate that they never had any interest in doing, but they're still not willing to take that leap and change it up because they got too comfortable.
Yeah.
I think a giant chunk of people wouldn't. I think the good majority of people wouldn't do it because they're like, why would I do that? I live here. Like I'm on Earth. I like it here. This is where I live, and this is where all my shit is. And and shit. Hell, there's a lot of people, dude, that like go on vacation every year to the same damn place. Like
Yeah.
people, humans are such like
Comfortable creatures.
they're such what's the creatures of habit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if moon's not in your habit, like, yeah, there's some people out there that would 100% do it. But I think if you were like entirely guarantee safety and you could even like you could definitely do it. And but as long as it just became brand new, like now if it was a vacation destination for the last 100 years, yeah, I think a lot of people would be doing it. But
Yeah.
like brand new and people just now started doing it and you're guaranteed your safety or whatever and it's affordable and anybody on earth could do it. I still think a lot of people wouldn't. People
Yeah.
don't like break a lot of people don't like breaking their rhythm.
Yep.
Like whether it be for good or bad. Like a lot of people just don't a lot of people just have no interest in doing something different.
Yeah. See, I think a lot of people would. I don't think a lot of people would either. I wasn't even thinking specifically about the moon. I was thinking about just doing what uh, old Baldy Flex Pants. Fuck, messed that up. Stupid old Amazon guy. What he does with his little inappropriate machine, sending people up to space. It's like no, a lot of people wouldn't do that for the sole, in percentage wise, in the sole fact of you can jump out of planes, you can go on hot air balloons, and still a very select few of people have ever experienced those things.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would translate to like the experience is worth whatever the cost may be.
Yeah.
And then that goes back to what you're saying, being a creature of habit, and then what I was saying about being comfortable. When you're comfortable, it's hard to break out of those habits because out of fear of change, really it.
Yeah.
But that very good, very good. Okay. Also, sidebar. NASA is setting contracts to spend $7 trillion over the next 10 years. I believe it is. They're colonizing the moon. Like that's what these Artemis
Really?
missions are. This Artemis mission's just flying around the moon. The next one is going to land on it and deliver a small payload. The next one will deliver stuff to help build that, and then after that, they're going to start setting up. Yeah, so we will be colonizing. But what's your opinion on colonizing other planets? Uh, is it a waste of time? Is it something that is extremely valuable, or is it something that you don't care about one way or the other?
Um, I don't want to say I don't care about it. I think it's one of those things that like, and it's funny because I'm not really a religious man in any sense of the word. But I don't think it's our place to do that. I think, I think if we like, if humans were meant to be there, they already would have been. Like, there's a reason that those places are empty. I don't think anything needs altered about them or any sort of living arrangements need to be made for them to have people live there. If people were supposed to be living there, they already would have been. There's a reason there's 8 goddamn billion people here and 0 people on the moon or Mars.
Wonderful.
Like,
That's
yeah,
a fantastic answer. There's nothing else. I fully agree with you. I'm on option C there. I don't care one way or the other, and it's for the sole fact of it will never actually affect me personally because I
that's true
won't
too.
care. You know what I'm like? But even if it would, I'm not going to choose to do either of those unless they're actually even if there's imminent danger because I don't think you could like get me to be like, yeah, my chance. I would rather die instantaneously than possibly die a slow death in space
Yep.
trusting people. I don't want to
Yeah.
trust people. Like nothing
Yeah.
against them. I'm good.
Suffering or starving to death or whatever, and then if it doesn't go the way that they originally planned, like there's going to be some people that they see as expendable. Like, yeah, I'd rather just go kaboom
Yep. Yep.
than take the long hard way out.
We've all seen too much movies and TV to where we can count on humanity and humility to help us. We
Shit,
all have too many ideas.
we've also seen too much humanity to rely on humanity to help us too.
Well, I was meaning the humanity in each other,
Yeah.
the connection of the two. The movies and television that we watch, I feel like instantaneously we just have these like blanket terrible ideas of like what's going to happen in these situations, so
Yeah.
we're going to be focusing on them instead of being like whoa 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 before anybody gets anything crazy, let's all work as one and be a team. Let's do that before you start thinking about who's more important, who's not important, like you know try to get it from the jump. But but I'm with you there. I don't I don't care. I like your answer a lot just because it's kind of on the nose. It we would be there already if we were meant to
Uh-huh.
be.
Yeah, like
That's
if we were supposed to be there, people would have been there for all of time. We wouldn't have had to travel to do it. Like
yeah.
we would have gone there for the first time and been like, "Holy shit, there's people here."
Yep.
But there's not. So,
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I got one final question for these fun little space facts and questions and whatever else I've asked. Based on the first question that you asked, if you could send one person to the moon, who would it be?
hmm. I don't know who would yours be? I got to think for a second.
So right now, this is not based off of any hatred. I don't hate the man at all. I just think it would be really funny, and I'm not doing it past at any point in time. I'm doing it today, knowing the success that has already been launched and where it would carry out. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I think it's like okay, space boy, here's what you
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to do this, you do it.
You wanted to do this. Here you freaking go. Because he's already got the people in place to run the company successfully enough. You know, he's already helped humanity in a number of areas. He's already been the breakthrough of this generation and more. It's so thanks for all the help. Go figure it out over there.
Yeah. My answer would probably be Jake Paul because I don't like him. And if I were to send a fictional person to the moon, it would probably be Luigi because I don't like him, or that goddamn
Oh, mine's
rabbit
Waldo.
from. Oh yeah, yeah, or that goddamn rabbit from Max and Ruby. Max from Max and Ruby. He can go to the moon for all I give a shit.
I hate Waldo, dude. Max and Ruby's a good one, but yeah, Waldo can fuck off too. I know where he's at, not here. And
Oh,
I
you
had
know
this
where he's
idea.
at.
Yeah,
Damn, dude, you're good.
I sent him to the moon. He's with your
Oh,
crew.
oh, that's right. He might have
Yeah.
been, dude.
Uh, Dude, I had this idea. That's funny. We're talking. I brought up Waldo. I really. That's how much I hate the thing. I think about it periodically, and I was like, I think I could. Okay, side venture for me. After my coloring book's done, I've got two people proofing it, so I'm just waiting for that, and then I'm gonna send it to print. So my first project's or my coloring project's basically done. My coloring book's done. So I was thinking putting a hold on the sonnet book, and putting a hold on the regular thing. I was hating on Waldo the other day while I was driving home. I don't know why, but that book
That's
seriously
really funny.
pisses me off. I think it's because there's like 30 different variations, and it's like, why? Why? That makes just why? So, anyways, I was hating on him, getting frustrated, and I was like, I could draw something way better than that idiot. And I was like, what's something that's like this generation? You know how there's like adult books and stuff? This isn't an inappropriate book. It's just I'd have to put like for adults. What if I put like a Where's My Vape book? What if I drew a Where's My Vape book?
That would be incredible.
And I just you do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I've gotta
I think
do
I'd be
this
really
now.
good at that.
I was like, I've got dude, see? So you just
Yeah.
that right there is all the verification I needed. Where's my vape book? I'll have a better name for it maybe, but
You could
honestly,
sell that in vape shops. I think that would do numbers in vape shops too.
dude, it would do so good so many places, and it's like I'm not catering on the fact of the book being good, although it probably would be good in terms of, trying to hide the object. But what I'm catering the fact on is how many people buy gag gifts just once. Like
Yeah.
it just has to be once. But then there's also like that's also something that a lot of people could find for a lot of reasons because that's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, where's my vape book? Based on Where's Waldo?
We would have to interview people that vape and then like ask them like Family Feud style how they survey people for Family Feud with the answers to those, and we'd have to go around and ask them like what are some places that you've lost your vape.
You know what? That'd be really easy to do. You could do that. I could do that, which would be really easy. I don't think they did that with Where's Waldo's, but that's how much we care about our consumers. We're doing that. But yeah, so you know what? That's really it. That's gonna be done now. Like that's gonna be my next personal project when I send this to print. Um, Very good. Currently working on my professional portfolio. Almost got my website built. I'm excited. Looks
Nice.
good. Yeah, it looks good so far. It's just trying to get all my content input in there. Um, well, heck yeah. Okay, so what else is going on with me? Um, Credit card companies. Why the fuck? Sorry, I tried to blank that out and I forgot to.
You just put a space in between the F and the U. It sounded like you hiccuped.
Why is every business a credit card company? Like Best Buy. Why can Best I mean, I understand on the business side, give out money and guarantees you stay open because those idiots aren't paying it off and you can just get it off of you. But like
Mm,
I don't every company's a credit card company, and it's one reason I hate America. Like I love capitalism, I love consumerism. I do not like what feels like an overwhelming industry takeover, and that's what credit cards are.
yeah.
So I get credit card companies having them. I don't understand independent businesses having them.
Yeah, like Verizon has one, PlayStation has one, GameStop has one,
Cabela's,
Best
Best Pro
Buy has
Shop,
one,
Walmart,
Walmart.
Target, Old Navy, Dick's.
And you can use those things anywhere too, by the way. Most of
Yeah,
them.
they're credit
Yeah.
cards. They don't
Yeah.
they don't care. You just get a small percentage of a reward
Yeah.
at theirs. But I don't know. I wrote that down because I was really mad about it. So I don't know when I did that, but I am.
And what sucks too is the reason that it works so well is because so few people can afford to make like a big purchase just with the money they have.
Yep.
Like that's what also sucks. Like a lot of people like it's such a booming thing because a lot of people need them to make larger purchases and without having to spend all their money at once, which sucks ass. Like that's really unfortunate because there are people that work 40 hours plus a week that, can pay their bills and then have
Well,
a couple $100 left for the next 2 weeks, and you still got to get food and gas in your car and never able to buy something for yourself without a damn credit card. Yeah.
that's my frustration with it is I don't even mind credit card companies. What I mind is the fact of I'm checking out of a store and they're trying to capture me like it's a candy bar like, "Hey, you want $20 off your purchase today? Sign up for
Mm-hmm.
a credit card."
Yep.
That should be illegal soliciting. That should be illegal. Our mindset at that point is off, ready to pay, thinking about nothing other than price, not thinking about the actual long-term consequences, especially young adults. And then, well, I say young adults, but I know a lot of old adults that have the same issues. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just an issue, though. That's the point. All right, I'm done ranting about that. What else is going on? I just have Facebook politics is real old and real tiring. I hope everybody focuses on their life more and less on what they're saying on Facebook.
Dude, Twitter politics is bad too. I don't know. You don't have Twitter. Twitter politics is the opposite end of the spectrum of Facebook politics. It's equally as stupid, but like Facebook's a lot of like old right wing people, like super right. You get your liberals
I'm
on. You
getting
get your
a,
liberals on Facebook too,
I get a
but
lot of liberals. That's funny. I get a
tw-
lot of liberals.
Twitter's really liberal heavy. Um, and they're both so bad. They're both so like I would say misinformed, but that implies they're informed at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's perfect. That's it.
Yes, they're not. They're
That's
not. They
perfect.
just they just know what fucking Uncle Joe said at Thanksgiving last year and thought, well, you know what? I guess he's makes some good points. You don't know if his points are right. You're just like he's just loud and yelling and
Yep. It's either Aunt Joe or who was Aunt Joe and is now, or Uncle Joe and is now Aunt Joanna. Um, it's one of the two. And either way, here's the thing. Like I said, I get a lot of liberals on Facebook, but it's because I follow, well, one, I follow a lot of older people that just happen to be stupid liberal, like extremely on the far left, just like the far right you get. But also, I follow a lot of news stations that are liberal, just because I try to be balanced in terms of my information. Because if you can consume both sides, you can usually get a balance of where each one of them is lying. Like you may not get the full facts, but you can tell where the lies are.
yeah.
Um, so my Facebook is not like just full of liberal shit. It's very annoying. It's very hard to listen to. But it's also just like if you're online, if you're a politician or if you're somebody that's, in the board offices or in the city council rooms and you're making a stand and talking about your community, if you're a political figure in any sense or aspiring to be a community activist, I understand that. But the problem is 99% of these people that scream about their political views on Facebook, 99.9% of them are not any of that. They're just screaming about political views. And it's like,
Yeah.
you idiots, you're doing the same thing that like really sad Facebook moms do. And what I mean by that is like you'll get those people that are just moms on Facebook and they're like constantly messaging out and asking out and saying all these things and praising God for what they're happy for and like sharing all this shit. And it's like, okay, so who you're talking to now, you haven't invited one of those people to your child's birthday party.
Yeah.
You you don't talk to at all. But yet you're
Mm-mm.
catering yourself to them and it's like just worry about your life and not saying don't be informed in what's going on, but focus on what's actually impacting you and your life will get so much better even if it's like incremental in like bits at a time. It'll get a lot
Yeah.
better cuz you're not thinking about how bad everything else is out there cuz your world's Not necessarily perfect, but it's a lot calmer than Facebook.
Yeah. Um, Another thing, just because you mentioned Facebook moms, this is slightly unrelated, but it is related to Facebook moms. One biggest pet peeve of mine ever is the Facebook moms that get on there and ask incredibly Googleable questions.
Every question is Googleable.
Oh my
Every one of
god.
them. If
It
you're asked,
infuriates me. Like, why don't you ask the vast wealth of information that the internet provides instead of asking, you know, Tina down the street who thinks the fucking earth is flat as to what you should be feeding your kids?
see, that's the difference. That's how you can say you can see the generational gap between like our parents and the next generation down that started out with social media in a sense. And it's because our parents are like, okay, my life is my life, whereas they feel like they yet again they have to cater to these people to put on this act, and it's like, hey, look at what I'm doing, my child is sick and all this, whereas like your mom was just taking care of you, and then that was it, because she didn't ask simple ass fucking questions that the doctor told her. she
Yeah.
she's not trying to get these emotionalist likes and comments and everything else that mean nothing but give you a little dopamine rush, like,
Right?
and that's all they do, like that. And I hate my example, but it's a good example because if you constantly cater to people but you don't invite them to your kid's birthday party or wouldn't invite them to your house or never have, why are you talking to them? Like,
Yeah.
why do you, or not why are you talking to them? Why do you care what they have to think about you?
Yeah.
Like, that's a better way to put it.
That is a good way to put it.
All right, whatever. Screw them. We already talked about that. This morning there was a fire at the smoker friendly building.
I saw that. I heard about that. Actually,
There's
mom told me.
there was like every fire truck known to man there. It was
Yeah.
wild. It made no sense.
Did you hear the details about it?
No.
It was apparently this from what mom told me, it was Seeley's brother, not Silas, but the young one. Um and it was an electrical fire that was started by a ceiling fan that he's been bugging uh Greg Smith to take care of for a while now. Like multiple times has said something about this ceiling fan. I don't know if it wasn't working right or if it wasn't working at all or what was going on, but he tried to say something about it and they never came to do anything about it and it caught on fire.
I fully believe that.
Yeah.
Faith's been bugging them
Now
about our.
that's just what I've
I
heard.
fully,
So
no, I actually believe that. I fully believe that. We're having
yeah.
similar issues, not with anything inside, luckily, but also you never know. That's the craziest thing. I only
Hmm.
knew about it because I happened to, like, while I was driving by for work, it was going on, like everything was going off, and I was like, "That's not normal."
Yeah, no,
And
it's not.
that was about it. So yeah, thanks for filling me in there. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
some crazy shit.
all right, smoke friendly. That's awesome. All right, I'm not even gonna shit on boxing championships. Whatever. I was gonna shit on some college sports. Actually, let's shit on some college sports real quick. Okay, so in Las Vegas this past weekend, Wyatt, there was the boxing championships or whatever else. So did you know that to this, because this obviously it's an open event, that's why, but still they're acting like it's big. For some of these people that fought, they had to win one fight on the entire week and a half long tournament, weekend tournament, however long. It was a long time though. Some of these people that we took had to win one fight and would instantly be crowned national champion.
Really?
Yeah. And then a couple people had fight a couple times, but it's still to the point of we had a person go in there that has fought three total times in her 4 years, won one of them by decision, her last one, and went in and now is considered a national runner-up in boxing because she lost. And it's like,
Hmm.
fuck open sport events. Like, that is beyond misleading. That is
Yeah, that's
beyond
nuts.
beyond misleading. And I'm not shitting on her or any of the people that are in there. It's like,
No.
I'm not a boxer. But I know how sports work, and that's fake. And I know it's fake because the coach literally told me I could probably take you in there, cut your weight about 10 pounds, and get you in at the 145, 150 if you want. And I was like, that's hilarious. And he said, it's okay. Like, I really could. And I
It's
was like,
okay.
that's no. I was like, that's funny though. And I was like,
That is
thanks.
funny.
I didn't understand how that worked. And instantly it was just like joke, joke, joke. I don't care that it's held in Vegas. I don't care about all this. If you have any sort of weight class that's a national thing and you could only have one, if even one fight, I don't know. It's very odd to me. It's very odd to me. I think I'd have to revert to calling the team a sport to a club.
Yeah, it's a weird one because like you can only have fights so often, you know, in any sort of combat sport. Well, at least in boxing and shit where you're getting your head punched, you can only have fights so often, but so you can't have like a whole tournament over the course of a weekend, but yeah, it's you'd have to prolong it a little bit, but it is crazy how it
I
just takes
mean, no,
one.
no, we had some of our people that fought 4 times in a weekend.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's not
Oh,
like that in
that seems
college.
wildly dangerous.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're allowed to. Yeah, no, that's the thing. We have two national champions on our thing, but now I want to know how many fights they had. They're both like bigger guys, powerful guys,
Yeah,
but yeah, Chapman, like you can have a bunch of people. Like he said, the weight class that has the most is the 145 and
yeah.
165 weight class, and then he said once you get bigger and lighter, nobody does. But either way, I don't know. That's a little odd to me. Congratulations to the winners and the national runner-ups. You've done something I've never done, which is lost a boxing match. Uh, that's just for the runner-up. The national champions have won some. So props to you guys. Those are
Yeah,
awesome.
that's so weird.
It's just odd. I don't understand the rules. I don't want to
Uh,
either.
yeah, right.
It's not worth my time. Okay. Well, what else do you got, Wyatt? I've been talking for a while.
Dude, I believe we were doing another color draft this week. Were we closing out the primary colors? Did we do all the primary colors? Were we doing yellow or red? We did blue last time, right?
I believe. Yeah, we got to do yellow.
And then red's last.
Yes.
That's all I've
Right?
got. That's all I've got is picking some colors here. I think eventually we're gonna have to do some research because there's a good bit of holidays, but I think after what you said earlier, I think we got to pick a holiday one too, so we each have our
A holiday draft. That's good.
so we each have our list of holidays that we're keeping whenever we're only allowed to have so many.
I like this. I like this. Okay. Our color wheel primary draft. Going with
Everyone,
yellow.
yeah,
Yellow. Okay. Top 5 things with yellow. I'm going to start out. I'm going to go with Power Rangers Ninja Storm Dustin, the Yellow Ranger.
yeah, I remember that guy. He was like the first male Yellow Ranger.
He drove the dirt bike. Yeah.
Yep, he did. Ninja Storm was an all time.
That was one of the best ones. Yeah.
Ninja Storm, and Dino Thunder were the top two, like outside
Mhm.
of the original. Yeah. My first pick's got to be Pikachu.
It's a dang good pick.
Yeah,
That's a really good pick.
Pikachu's all time yellow guy.
Wow. What's yellow that I can think of? Hmm. Off the dome. Forgot about this. Um, what is? I don't know what's yellow. This is so hard, dude. I'm gonna have to fetch forwards. Uh, no, it's not. Batman logo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Batman logo. Love Batman. Collect Batman. Batman logo.
I want the my second pick. I want, and I wish they'd bring this back. I want the old Walmart smiley face.
Mm,
You remember the Walmart smiley face?
Yeah, they always had the stickers that you could get when you walked in.
My grandpa had like a foam. I think it was actually an air freshener because it was hanging from the window or the mirror of his truck. But yeah, my grandpa back whenever he was around, he had a foam Walmart smiley face hanging from his rearview
That's
mirror.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Um, yellow, yellow. Got it. I'm gonna go old school Superman ice cream.
The shit was good. They still
Yep.
make that? They probably
I don't
call it
know.
something. They probably call it something else because they didn't want to get sued. But
Yeah. But yeah, old school Superman ice cream. That's just a fun one. I'll throw that out there.
yeah, that was very good. It was always so hard to get that in my house because my parents didn't like it. Like
No
I
parents
feel like
liked it.
no adults liked it, dude. Yeah,
Nope.
they're just chocolate vanilla or bust. Like expand your horizons.
Yeah, come
Eat
on.
this colorful, poorly dyed ice cream. Huh. I want bananas. All of them.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
a
bananas.
fruit. A fruit's a good one. I can't have. I don't know any other yellow fruit.
Yeah, I already took bananas. Well, there's lemons, but that's a bad one to pick because like who just nobody eats lemons.
Lemonade.
Oh,
I like
damn it.
lemonade.
Yeah.
Lemonade. I'll take that as number four. That's okay. I don't mind that.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the Pittsburgh Pirates
Mmm.
so I can sell them to somebody who
Oh,
knows what they're doing.
that's really good.
Yeah. I'll take them for free so I can sell them for money. Somebody can have them for not much. I'll sell them for a lot cheaper than the owner will.
Yeah.
I'll sell somebody the Pittsburgh Pirates right now for like $100,000.
If you make that a dollar, I got you.
Oh, okay.
And I'll give you season
Yeah,
pass.
you can give me $1 for the next 100,000 days.
Easy.
Yeah.
Now just hold on real quick. Time out. 100,000. 300. Oh, 100,000. Yeah, 273 years you'll be paid off.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, no problem.
Totally fine. Okay, number five. What am I looking at? You know what? What are your other animals? I'm gonna go with a giraffe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was gonna say duck, but I'm going exotic. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to pick for my last one. I got to think. I want to make it good.
Take your time. Mine's a very lackluster yellow. I was not prepared
I just
like I
want a
should have
Pikachu.
been. Well, that's the best one.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to make sure I selected Pikachu. And everything from there didn't matter. Um, you know what? I'll take another all-timer, dude. I want Winnie the Pooh.
Mmm.
I want Winnie the Pooh, including the horror movies, and I want to make some
Very
more of
solid.
those things. Yeah.
Very solid. If I had to choose one reserve, I'm gonna go with W Energy. Their logo right here, because you can't go wrong with a little W. And speaking of that, I have I forget the name. I'll get it next week. But it's the strawberry margarita flavor W Energy. Best flavor I've tried so far. Absolutely 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. Freaking turtle out of 10. It was awesome. Jonathan won it a long time ago. It's
Nice.
delicious. Um, but yeah. Yeah. But okay. Cool
Oh,
yellow.
if I were to pick a reserve, and I wish I would have picked this in one of my top five because I love this shit and I still drink it all the time. I would want yellow Gatorade. Yellow Gatorade's probably like my go-to Gatorade flavor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I like
I don't
yellow.
even I don't necessarily think it's the best one either. It's just like the least heavy.
Yeah. I like yellow a lot more than orange and red.
I don't
I
like
like
red. I flat out
I
don't
hate
like red. Yeah.
me and Faith, neither one of it's funny, no athletes I talk to like red.
Dude, if you ever like did a whole bunch of conditioning in basketball and you went and drank a red Gatorade, the next thing you wanted to do was walk into oncoming traffic. It was so bad.
It just tasted like you licked chalk the whole time.
Hmm.
It was so yeah.
I didn't like drinking the blue, like the dark blue. I didn't like drinking the dark blue if I was like doing some heavy
Not for
conditioning.
games. Yeah.
No, because it just like it'll leave your mouth all slimy. It tasted like
Hmm.
you just ate a slug. It didn't taste
Yep.
like that, but it felt like that. Like you weren't hydrated at all. You just felt sticky and shitty.
Yeah. That's too funny. Uh,
But yeah, that's what yellow. If I was doing any actual physical activity, now if I just wanted a Gatorade to have a Gatorade, I'd probably go with blue. But if I wanted, like, if I'm doing a physical activity where I'm sweating my ass off and I want rehydrated and I want to feel all right, I'm going with yellow.
yep.
If I've got a vicious hangover and I'm going to the store and getting a Gatorade, I'm getting a yellow one.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yellow and orange, because they always got a two for deal. I'll get a yellow one and an orange one.
I like the yellow more out of all those. The white glacier I like. And then I like the green apple and the strawberry. I don't know.
Yeah. Man,
Their
you
lighter
could have picked
flavors.
the holy shit, dude. How did neither of us pick SpongeBob?
Ah, he's been left out of even the reserves. See, this is why it takes a little thinking ahead for some of these.
Yeah.
We got to prepare.
Yeah, we don't do our proper scouting.
Not at all. My goodness. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Wyatt, you got any reviews for this week before we wrap it up and head to the moon?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've watched anything this past week that I haven't already been talking about. Of course, I watch The Pit. I watch The Pit every week. I watched SmackDown. We already talked about that.
What would you rate SmackDown?
Oh man, just there in the experience, I would rate it. I'd rate it about a 7 because we had fun. The show sucked, but we had a blast. And
Yep.
it would have been higher if we were able to buy a water past 10 p.m. But instead, we had to die for the last hour of the show, so we left.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it could have been a lot better. If I had watched it on TV, I probably would have rated it like a 2. I wouldn't have even got far enough to rate it actually. If I'd have watched
Yeah.
it on TV, I would have turned that shit off. I would have turned that shit off whenever they had the two women, or I guess the 4 women doing the whole promo battle. Whenever they were out there talking over top of each other and the crowd was booing them out of the arena, I would have been like, okay, I've had enough.
Yep. Not entertaining at that point. Uh, yeah. I watched
But
some stuff, but
there were a
also,
couple good matches on that though. There were the last one we watched before we left. Like I whenever we watched that, I was like, I'm glad we stuck around for that. That was pretty sweet.
no, I thought it was cool, and like I said, I really liked the people that we got to see. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
bad, and it was cool to see how it went down. It's just you thought the matches were all gonna be better. Was the whole thing.
yeah,
That was just it, you know.
for sure.
But still a cool time, great time. Um, I don't have any TV show to review. Uh, I did like the Jordan Jensen Netflix, but problem is that here a couple minutes ago, the Easter Bunny came along and dropped off a little surprise, so I've been eating them. So I'm gonna review an Easter snack. This is the Amos
Oh,
Peelers Easter eggs. Very,
oh,
very.
do they have a bunny one in there? Or is it just eggs?
They're just eggs. Now
They don't
this
have a
was
bunny or an osterfucks.
no, no. That would make a nice trio though. But this was brand new until I just opened it a few minutes ago, and now it's empty because these are single-handedly the best peelers that I've ever had.
Are they?
Raspberry, strawberry, and blueberry, and they are
Those
all
sound good.
awesome.
Those sound
Very,
good.
very good. Very easy to peel, but a good consistency. All of them soft. I've had these for like 2 weeks now, waiting for Easter to happen. Um, it looks a little bit like cum on the inside, but you just slurp it up. It's okay. Tastes a whole lot sweeter. I wouldn't know that. Okay, just want everybody to know. I wouldn't know that. I'm just assuming.
Oh shit! We need an expert in here on that one.
Yeah. Well,
With 3 more episodes, we can get our expert.
that's gonna be the goal. We can't ask either of our girls because then they'll get very offended.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be
We'll
funny
just
though.
have to ask somebody else. Surely they won't get offended.
I have a friend's mom that might know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I was thinking.
what an awful way to end. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. We're getting out all of our jokes now because we may not see you again. We're headed to the moon for 10 days, but don't worry. We'll make a trip back home next Monday to.
We actually have a studio set up there that looks identical to each of our rooms.
Yep.
So we might
Yep.
be on the moon next week, but we'll be there.
It's pressurized, so we don't have to wear suits. So don't even think about that.
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I told the other guys that I set up there too. We'll get to check and see how they're doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, I look forward to hearing back and seeing how your crew landed, and we can give them an update on our mission.
That's true.
Well, I'll let Wyatt finish out, but happy Easter, everybody. I hope you had a good episode, because I know we did. And if you didn't, rewatch ours, because it was a good one.
Yeah,
And
make sure you leave carrots and out for the Easter bunny, and or if you're in Germany, the Osterfucks, and if you're somewhere else, maybe some other animal. Like if you're in Australia, maybe you can leave it out for the Jesus kangaroo or whatever they got down there.
it's exactly what they,
Make sure you don't die Friday. You will not come back Sunday. You're not Jesus. You don't get that privilege. And
unless
if
you were Jesus at the Mexican restaurant. There is a Jesus at the Mexican restaurant.
no, it's oh yeah, that probably is at most of the Mexican restaurants. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But on a serious note, everybody go have fun. Um, spend some time with your families. Go eat some good food. Contribute to the $22 billion worth of spending. Um, and if I ask you to go to the moon, you should probably do it.
I would.
And other than that, we'll see you next week.